In the age of constant connectivity, where a single tap can broadcast our thoughts, emotions, and everyday moments to the world, it's easy to forget the value of silence and discretion. We live in a time when the boundaries between private and public are blurred by notifications, likes, and shares. Yet, centuries ago, the Buddha offered a timeless reminder. Words have the power to both destroy and heal. When words are both true and kind, they can change the world. But that power demands responsibility. Not every thought needs to be tweeted. Not every joy needs to be posted. And not every pain needs to be public. In this video, we'll explore 5 deeply significant things that, according to Buddhist wisdom, are better kept off social media, not out of fear, but out of mindfulness, self-respect, and spiritual clarity. 1. Personal identification and private details. The Buddha taught that our clinging to the material or external world only deepens suffering. In the modern digital landscape, that teaching applies more than ever. Sharing personal information, such as your full name, address, daily routine, or financial records, might seem harmless, even mundane. But beneath the surface, it opens the doors to vulnerability. What we believe grants us social status or connection online can also make us targets for identity theft, stalking, or psychological intrusion. The more we reveal, the more we lose our sacred inner space. The Buddha said, "Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace." And true peace often begins with protecting our boundaries. In a world where noise is constant, choosing silence over oversharing is a revolutionary act. Safeguarding your personal space, both physically and mentally, isn't just wise, it's essential for inner tranquility. 2. Private family and relationship matters. Human connections are sacred, delicate, and deeply emotional. Buddhism teaches that attachment to outcomes or people can often lead to disappointment and suffering. When we put our family disputes or relationship issues on display for the world to see, we unknowingly multiply our pain. Think of a still, clear pond. It reflects the sky perfectly until you throw a stone into it. That ripple distorts the image. Similarly, when we allow outsiders to view or judge our intimate conflicts, we stir the emotional waters, making clarity and healing much harder to achieve. The Buddha wisely advised, "Let go of attachment and embrace peace." Healing, in its truest form, happens not on public timelines, but in silent rooms, quiet conversations, and moments of mindful reflection. The path to resolution lies not in validation from strangers, but in understanding between hearts. The fewer voices involved, the more space there is for genuine empathy. 3. Acts of charity and generosity. In the teachings of the Buddha, generosity is one of the highest virtues, but only when it is done with a pure heart, free from ego or the desire for recognition. If you give with expectations, it is not giving, it is trading, he said. In today's social media culture, acts of kindness are often posted with hashtags and filters. While some may argue it spreads positivity or inspires others, the question we must ask ourselves is deeper. Am I giving to help, or am I giving to be seen? True compassion is quiet. It doesn't need applause. It flourishes in the shadows, in the unnoticed moments of service that uplift without needing to be documented. When we give, let it be an offering, not a transaction for likes. The most meaningful generosity is not measured in views, but in the silent joy it brings to the heart. 4. Political or controversial opinions. The Buddha emphasized the importance of right speech, speaking only that which is kind, truthful, and constructive. But in the world of online debates and fiery comment threads, it's all too easy to slip into judgment, anger, or arrogance. Yes, having a voice matters. Yes, standing for justice matters. But wisdom lies in choosing the right time, place, and manner to speak. Do not speak harshly, the Buddha warned. Harsh words will come back to you. Social media thrives on outrage. It feeds on division. But rarely does it bring resolution. Instead, it often fuels more misunderstanding, polarizing communities, and hardening hearts. Before expressing a strong opinion online, pause and reflect. Will this lead to unity or division? Am I adding light or just more heat? True wisdom sometimes means choosing silence over impulsive reaction. And in that silence, a deeper kind of understanding begins to grow. 5. Financial status or wealth display. Buddhism teaches that contentment, not comparison, is the true measure of wealth. Yet, on social media, we are constantly exposed to images of luxury, success, or struggle, and many feel compelled to share their own. When we reveal our financial achievements or difficulties, we unconsciously trigger comparison, either from others or within ourselves. We may invite envy, pity, or even pride. But none of these emotions nurture peace. The Buddha said, "Health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, and faithfulness the best relationship." Your bank balance doesn't define your value. Your possessions don't dictate your peace. Every time we measure ourselves by material standards, we reinforce the illusion that happiness is something we buy or earn. But the truth is, joy lives in the heart that is grateful, regardless of its circumstances. So instead of broadcasting your income or financial journey, focus on cultivating inner abundance, something no currency can buy. Final thoughts: protecting your peace through mindful sharing. In the whirlwind of likes, stories, and trends, it's tempting to overshare, to seek validation, to feel seen, or to be heard. But the Buddha's wisdom gently reminds us that not all things in life are meant to be public. Some things, like sacred relationships, silent kindness, and personal growth, thrive best in privacy. They don't need an audience. They need presence. So next time you're about to post something personal, ask yourself, am I sharing from a place of mindfulness or from a place of attachment? Is this helping me grow or just feeding the illusion? If this message resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights inspired by Buddhist philosophy and mindful living. May your journey be filled with awareness, compassion, and lasting inner peace.